If you're a course creator and you feel like you're constantly fighting against your platform instead of working with it, you are not alone. I've been helping course creators migrate between platforms for years, and the reasons why people decide to switch might surprise you. It's not always pricing. Lately, I think it might be pricing because we've seen a lot of price changes popping up in all of our favorite platforms the last few weeks. But sometimes it's not about money. Sometimes it's about functionality, and we're going to get into it. Hi, I'm Delana. I've been helping online business owners organize their digital chaos for years. Today, I want to share what I'm seeing behind the scenes, the real reasons course creators are switching between platforms in 2025. So why am I the person to talk about this? I've been helping course creators who are dealing with platform frustrations for many years now, and I've helped them migrate from Kajabi to Teachable to Thinkific to Podia to Kajabi, whatever the combination. What I've noticed is that most people have great content, but are struggling to find the right structure within the course platform that they've started building it in. And they come to me because they're tired of spending more time wrestling with their platform than creating content. Does that sound familiar? When I asked them what finally made them decide to switch or what kind of brought on their feeling of needing to switch platforms, it's not always pricing. Sometimes it is. We've seen recently that Kajabi is raising their prices very soon, and I know that that has created a lot of buzz around people wanting to leave Kajabi because they're wondering now if it's worth the price, or maybe they're just starting out and they were told Kajabi is the best one to start building your courses in, which may not be wrong, but Kajabi is not an inexpensive platform, especially for somebody who isn't making a lot of money yet. So to just be getting started on the platform and then all of a sudden be hit almost immediately with like $100 or more a month increase is pretty staggering. But a lot of times there's like a deeper frustration that's built up over time with trying to use a platform that ultimately doesn't serve the purpose that you are trying to serve. So let's take a look at some of the top reasons why I'm seeing course creators switch platforms. One is features. Your business has evolved, but maybe your course platform hasn't evolved. Maybe you started with just basic videos and downloads, but now you want to add a community and you want the community to be in your course platform, not separate on like Facebook or in another platform that you have to pay for. Or maybe you need better analytics, or maybe you do want to integrate with other tools that your current platform doesn't integrate with without using maybe yet another third party like Zapier, which can open up a whole other can of worms. A big one is the email marketing tool. You want to make sure that your course integrates with your email marketing tool. Now, if that is not happening currently, I would probably recommend switching your email marketing tool over switching your course, because that would probably be a simpler move overall. But you have to really look at which platform is serving you better and then make the adjustment in the way that makes the most sense for your business long term. The second reason people are looking to switch is usually customer service or customer support or customer response, because sometimes that's all it is anymore. It's not really support, right? This one comes up a lot, actually. You submit a ticket, wait several hours or several days for a very generic response that doesn't even mention anything that you told them in your ticket, and then wait several more days to hopefully get a person who actually understands what you wrote in your ticket, and maybe they can help you and maybe they can't. And that customer support issue alone is enough to make somebody want to leave a platform. It could be the greatest platform in the world, but if you're having an issue with it and you try to get help and they're not helpful, you're probably going to want to leave. The third reason that people tend to start looking at leaving the course platform that they are on is hidden costs. Like your base plan might be a reasonable price, but then you have to spend another X number of dollars a month to add this feature and then this feature and then this feature, and it all eventually starts to add up. Or if they're increasing your price regularly, if we just go back to trying to connect other platforms to it, but you need to use something else like Zapier because your course platform doesn't connect to your email platform, you've got to add Zapier, which has a free plan, but it's limited. So maybe you end up having to pay for Zapier as well, when you could just have a course and an email platform either in one or that connect natively, so that you don't need to have that third app thrown in there causing more chaos. And that doesn't even include if you need more storage or you need more students and they have different levels or tiers that you have to pay for in order to accommodate your business growth. That's also going to increase the cost of your platform. And these add-ons can end up doubling or tripling your monthly fee without even realizing it. Number 4 is reliability. You need a platform you can rely on. Nothing is worse than being in the middle of a launch and your sales page goes down, or your checkout page goes down, or customers aren't being added to the course they signed up for. I've had clients tell me that they've lost revenue because of their checkout pages being down during a launch, which is just probably the worst possible scenario, isn't it? And I'm not saying that there's any one platform out there that's ever going to not have an issue. It's possible for any of them to have an issue at any given moment. There's nothing that can guarantee that. But you do want to make sure that you are on a platform that has the most uptime possible. And if the one that you're currently on is having major issues, then it may be time to look for something else. And number 5 is if your customers have outgrown the user experience. I think this is a big one that people don't talk about. Your platform might work for you in the back end and how easy it is to set up and all of that fun stuff, which is very important. But what about for your students? Are they struggling to navigate it? Are they leaving confused reviews? Are they abandoning it midway because the interface is too clunky or they can't find the content that they're looking for? Because that could definitely be a platform problem and not a content problem. I've had several courses that I've taken myself where I've gone back to look for something and I can't find it. Like, I know I watched the video about this, where did it go, you know? And sometimes it's just in how the content is put into the course, but a lot of times I think it's difficult to maybe search through the content, like just to have a search bar to search through the content, or making sure everything is named in a way that makes it easy to find, that kind of thing. Those are easy to fix. Those really aren't super platform specific, but if you're finding a lot of people are dropping off at the same place or are writing in asking you where to find certain things, then it might be some time to think about what your platform looks like from their side, which you should always take into consideration anyways. But if it was fine at first, it could very much be possible that you've added more content or maybe just changed the flow or something like that. And now your platform from the student side is just not working the way that it was before. Now, I know you might be thinking, okay, this all sounds accurate, but switching platforms sounds like a nightmare. And it can be if you don't approach it strategically. The good news is a platform migration doesn't have to be this scary, overwhelming project. When it's done right, it's actually an opportunity to organize your content better, improve your student experience, and set yourself up for growth. I'm actually putting together a very simple guide for anyone who wants to understand what's involved in a platform switch. I will add that link to the pinned comment as soon as it's ready. So here's what course creators don't realize about switching platforms. And this is something that might completely change how you think about this decision. The platform you choose today is going to determine your business capabilities for the next 2 to 3 years. Think about that for a second. The features you have access to, the integrations that you can use, the student experience that you can provide, the way you price and package your courses, all of that is dictated by the course platform you choose. Now, you can, again, add in other platforms to kind of piece together exactly what it is you're trying to create, and maybe that works for you. Like maybe you're using Kajabi right now, but their checkout pages aren't that great, so you use Thrivecart for your checkout pages. But now you have to connect Thrivecart with Kajabi using Zapier, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And if that works for you, that's great. But you just have to keep in mind for growth that can kind of make it difficult if you're always worrying when you launch something that is Zapier going to send people the right content when they're supposed to, or am I going to get hundreds of emails of people saying, I bought this thing, but I don't have access to it? Because 1 or 2 is usually fine, but, and again, tech happens, and sometimes it's just going to happen no matter how well prepared you are. But is knowing that that could be a little hiccup that can happen going to stunt your growth because you're worried that there's going to be a problem? Imagine with me for a minute, you're making multiple 6 figures, but you are still using a platform that you chose when you were making your first $1,000. Now you can't handle the courses the way that you want to because of the limitations of the platform. You can't bundle the courses the way you want to. You can't create the pricing structure that you want because the platform only offers pay in full or monthly payments. You can't do a membership. You can't do quarterly payments or weekly payments or whatever you want to do. You know, it limits you on how you can accept payments from people. Maybe you can't provide a premium, high touch, high level experience because there's no community and people aren't on Facebook anymore. So where do you create this space without having to have them download another app? You get where I'm going with this. Don't limit your growth because of the short-term inconvenience of switching platforms. So just imagine after switching your platform, your student completion rates go up, your revenue goes up, customer service issues go down, and you have so much more creative space to add content, to create content, because you're not fumbling with the tech and the customer service and all of the things that were going wrong with your other platform. So if any of this resonates with you, if you're ever feeling like you're working around your platform instead of with it, I want you to know you have options. And most importantly, switching doesn't have to be the overwhelming, risky process you might be imagining. In the next video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what it costs to stay versus what it costs to switch. And I'm talking about about real costs, not just the obvious ones like dollars. Things like opportunity cost, student experience costs, and the hidden costs of workarounds. You can catch that video right here. And make sure you're subscribed so you get notified as the rest of the series is released. And if you're already feeling like, yes, I need to explore this, drop a comment below with what platform you're using and what's currently frustrating you about it. I read all the comments and sometimes use them to shape future videos. Remember, your platform should be supporting your vision, not limiting it. And if it's not doing that, it might be time for a change. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.